I mean, it feels good to be back on the floor. We started, this is our second week, finishing our second week. Good energy, good pace. And normally our first 2 weeks is kind of individual skill based and just really recognizing what guys do, strengths, weaknesses. Then you kind of put together a game plan there. Then the last 6 weeks we'll go individual workouts, and on Fridays we'll have team workouts. Like we have a team workout tomorrow. But I really like the group. I like the athleticism. I like guys' individuals' ability to score the ball right now. Of course, game situations are different, but I like the group. I like their ability to make shots right now, and I like their togetherness.
What can you tell us about Javon and Kobe? Kind of stepping into this leadership role. How do you feel like they've been with this group so far?
Well, for those two guys, it's a smooth transition. I mean, Javon's battle test. He's been a part of the program. He's familiar with me. Kobe has really come out of his shell, so to speak. Always a guy that's going to work, do the things you asked him to do, but he's being more vocal now. And not necessarily because we've asked him, but I just think the transition and maturation process from a sophomore into a junior year. So both of those guys are good, and those guys are easy to follow because they want to be successful and they work extremely hard.
Is this something kind of new for you a little bit, having this many new guys, or is this, has this happened yet?
Well, I like it. I like it. I mean, just good energy. But what it does for you too, I think that's helpful. You go back to the drawing board. Just like even when COVID first hit, you get a chance to go back and look over some things, evaluate yourself, evaluate your team. So I think it's the same thing. So I do like it.
What can you say about how this team has clicked on the court? A lot of them said it was kind of just an instant thing. They've gone out to dinner, done stuff like that. How would you describe it?
Well, the one thing we always try to do is foster an environment of togetherness. People say family and brother, all those things, but even family love is conditional, non-conditional, but it's consistent. And I think for our guys, you start with Javon, you start with Kobe, just even our staff, just being around the guys, going to their apartments, going to the dorms, just hanging out with them, building those relationships. Because more than anything, it's just really building relationships, and it's been helpful for me. Just teaching guys how to play games like, for example, dominoes, playing cards, and just some of those things, playing pool, but just really building the relationships, and I think that's paramount for our team, just even moving forward with the college landscape.
It probably helps to have a normal off-season this year, right? What can you say about that?
It does. I like it. I like it. But I've gotten used to obviously being around the family, being here, but obviously we go back out of recruiting. That part is good because you get a chance to really evaluate players, because it's one thing to see them on film. Sometimes you get film where guys supposed to be 6'6", you meet him, he's 6'2" or 6'3", so it's just a big difference. So just excited to get up close and see some guys and then kind of evaluate from there.
What's the excitement level? Fans come back to Mizzou Arena, you got a new group of guys. It kind of feels like a clean slate almost for this team. What's that excitement level?
I think the energy level should be high from our fans. I mean, obviously it starts with football in the fall, and then you go from there. But I'm excited about it. Our guys are excited to be on the floor, to be back. And just when I had a chance to go to the softball games, just the energy in the softball tournament, and obviously coaching their team did a tremendous job. But just that fan base, the energy, enthusiasm, it was a joy to be a part of.
And what do you hope to get from all these new players coming in?
Just to compete, compete first and foremost, to play as hard as you can play, to utilize and maximize your individual skills. Like I said, you have some guys, probably 4 or 5 guys that are really good off the dribble, making plays. You have a level of toughness, you got some length, some size, some physical play. Guys that can make shots. You got guys that are making shots better than I anticipated at this point. So, but you also have a group of guys that spend a lot of time in the gym, want to get better, and that's always good this time. You've got to make sure that's consistent, though.
And then you also brought back Marcus Edwards to the staff. He was with you your first year here. How does it feel to have him back in the fold?
Oh, it's great to have Marcus back in our family, and obviously a tough loss, but a great loss for Coach Nicodemus because he's doing something great, and we're happy for him. And you're talking about a guy with Coach Nicodemus. It was more than just a guy that was, came as a strength and conditioning coach, but he became family. So I'm very happy for he and Fallon and his son Nicodemus II. So, but that wasn't necessarily a loss. That's a family member transition to something special, and you can only be happy for him. But Marcus comes in. He's been with Nicodemus, so cut from the same cloth. I mean, Marcus learned under Nicodemus, so smooth transition for our program.
From a coach's perspective, what would you say is the most important thing through summer workouts? I know there's a lot of newness there, but what would you say the main goal through summer workouts is?
I think it's not so much the workout on the floor, it's just the accountability to do what you're supposed to do, to be on time, to be reliable, to be consistent. Because when something's new, and then the transition, especially for young freshman guys that are away from home, and oftentimes there's not somebody knocking your door to get up and do this and do that. You have to set your alarm clock and make sure you get where you're supposed to get to be on time. And being on time is not getting there right at the exact time, but to be on time, to be present, to be accounted for, and to be reliable, because again, somebody's counting on you. Your staff is counting, your teammates are counting on you. And I think that thing is very important. And you quickly grow from a young man into a man.
How's it like having some brothers on the team, Kobe and Caleb?
Oh, it's good. It's smooth. It's smooth. Good guys. Their parents did a tremendous job in raising them. That transition is smooth.
Coach, the fans are back this fall. What's that going to mean for your team having a full house?
Oh, I think it'll be great. I think anytime you can have fans in the arena, I think the enthusiasm of your fans, the energy of your fans, the excitement of your fans, I think that's all a good thing. So I'm looking forward to it.
And how would you assess the team now? It's pretty much, it's all new. A lot of fans are going, who are these guys?
I like them today. I like them a lot. I like their energy. I like their toughness. I like their individual skill. I like their swagger, so to speak. Some of the guys have a tremendous amount of confidence, not arrogance, but confidence, and they feel like they're worthy, and I think that's a great thing.